Hey, good morning. How you doing? What's up? All that good stuff. So I just finished my morning workout or cardio. I'm calling my morning cardio. And on my cardio, and it's required. It's not even maybe I'm gonna go, maybe I'm not. It's required because when I go, he talks to me. And when he talks to me, I am like all in. He gives me messages. It can come directly to me from him talking directly to me, or it comes through a verbal message that he leads me to him. The he I'm talking about is my God. And my God, to this morning, I'm always going to listen to something inspirational. That's what works for me. You have to do what works for you. If listening to something inspirational is not your motivation, that's not how you get your motivation. If you like turned up music, if you like any type, country, like whatever you like, use that to get you to keep going, to get you to want to do it. You're looking forward to it. Motivational messages is what gets me going, what keeps me energized, what encourages me. And so this morning he had me replay a message. So at first I listened to this wake up message at first, and that's like 11 minutes. So I listened to that on my way to my place of cardio. Then while I was there, I was like, I'll listen to Les Brown because I enjoy his messages. It's not so preachy. It's oh, my car started. I can't stand it. It's not so preachy. It's just encouraging. I mean, it's motivation. He does have the word in it, and it's impactful. But this morning, Les wasn't. I ain't gonna say he wasn't giving it to me, but it just didn't. It didn't give me. And I'm not seeking out anything, but I know when a message is for me, it's just gonna be like boom. So then I was like, you know what? Les is not the one for today. I'm gonna go to preacher Stephen Furtick. Pastor Stephen Furtick. I was listening to a message of his about looking forward to normal. And I heard that one before. But today, I got I want to say probably about 20 minutes into it, and I was like, yeah, so I'm going to go to T.D. Jakes. I need that one. So I went to T.D. Jakes, and T.D. Jakes, he always can deliver a story. He can give you a story. I love the parables. I love the word parables. But what he did today, it included Pastor Stephen Furtick did basically an interview with Bishop T.D. Jakes. And sometimes two worlds have to combine to get you into that place where God wants you. Like two worlds. It can be the yin and the yang. They have to come together sometimes in your life for you to get exactly what he has for you. And those two together today got me that was how I needed the message to be translated, right? Forward and the story of old, right? Like I feel like Pastor Furtick is the forward, and not that Bishop T.D. Jakes is not forward, he is, but he has some of that where I'm at now, like the early stages. Like he has that before I'm great, before I even knew I was gonna be great. I had the desire. He said I had the tenacity. Came from humble beginnings, so that's what it was. That's what I knew. So he has that where I'm at now. That before. So I needed that. Not that Pastor Furtick doesn't have it. It's just they're two different worlds. For me and especially where I'm at right now. So I used to listen to Bishop T.D. Jakes before, but then I was introduced to Pastor Stephen Furtick via YouTube, later on, after. So like I'm saying, it's just I needed both of those messages to come in at the same time the message to come at the same time from two different sources. And today, you know, like I said, I'm PMSing, number one, and then number two, you know you have something in you to give, and I'm being so transparent when I say I know I have beautiful gifts inside. I mean, I can look around my place and see all of the things that God has put on my spirit to do, and I have them all, and then I just don't think I'm good enough. I just don't think I have it. I just don't think I can, you know, necessarily do it. And I just stop. You know, I'll get everything, the tools he's telling me or the things that he's saying, because I know for me, it's not going to come through outside sources. It's something in me that I'm supposed to give out. But because of how I think, it's been a block for me because of how I think, how I perceive me. And the beautiful thing that Bishop said was, you can't see you. That's why you need a mirror. And it's how it's so important to have people in your inner circle to be able to translate to you some of the things that you don't see in you. So I was just like, and then he used Pastor Furtick and saying that your pastor, and I pray you guys listen to that message, sometimes needs someone, you know, or sometimes feels like he's not good enough, like he didn't preach good enough, or that he didn't give the message good enough. And it's not because of the message, it's because of the person. And I think that was so important for Bishop to say, and for Pastor Furtick to be transparent about, because sometimes in life, you know, especially when you're called to greatness, and you just don't see it. You don't see yourself. I promise, all I saw, you know, for the longest time, and I'm thankfully, and God knows He is so awesome. God is so good. My God is good. That I'm starting to see I'm not the flaws. You know what I mean? Like, the flaws is not what made me or makes me. I'm beyond that. Like, He's pushing me beyond that. So like now I'm like, okay. And then he gave me the opportunity to just deal with it, you know, like, and then even like as far as my business or the businesses, he's, you know, like with the corona, I'm in a place where, okay, sure, you know, I can use corona as the reason why I'm not working. I'm a hairstylist, but the truth be told, even if it is corona, it would not cause me not to work, you know. But I feel like God had to, or however you want to look at it, I just feel like God's blessing, because the enemy could try to make it a mess and God's gonna make it work. But I feel like the blessing of God was, no, I need to get you over here, because I need you to work on what you need to work on, so when you get over there, you won't lose sight. And I know that that's been like a struggle of mine for probably about 5 years, losing sight. I'll get the blessing, you know, if it's a job, I'll get the job. If it's a car, or if it's some money or anything like that, I will get it. You know, that's something that I know I'll have it. You know, as far as my son, he laughs at me. He was like, my mama wanted, she gonna get it. Truth, you know. But I would lose sight along the way, therefore I would lose it. And in reality, I never really had it. So me going forward, and me understanding pattern was, you know, I would get it, I would lose it. I would get it, I would lose it. It wasn't hard to get it, but I would lose it. You know, I don't want to gain, and this is my prayer to God, and He knows my heart. I do not want to gain a thing if God is not on it first, in it first, bringing me to it first. Like, if it's not His thing, and I haven't prayed to Him, and I haven't done what He required me to do, I don't want it. I don't. Be it relationship, friendship, business, anything. So I know that He's putting me in position to be, I don't want to call it isolation, I want to call it where He has me being housed. Oh, Emily would have loved to see that helicopter. He has me being housed in a security box, because He needs me to identify some things so that way I can work through it before He brings me to whatever He has for me, which I know it's abundant, you know. And I just pray today that, you know, you pray, you know, receive God's blessing over you. B, work out, walk. And walking is so important because it brings you to the reality of you. It's just you. You don't have to do it to be fit. You got to do it just because it's you. It is your body, you know, and it's only yours. Like, you can't do it for your kids. You can't do it for your husband. You can't do it for your boo thing shawty over there on the side. You can't do it for work. You can't. That right there is yours. I think that's why I'm so in love with working out, or so in love with doing for my body, because it's mine. I don't do it for you over there. I don't do it for anybody. I do it for me. And that's something that you have to find the reason why you want to do it. And if you ain't enough, then I don't know what to tell you. If you ain't doing it for you and that ain't enough, I don't know what else to tell you but to keep praying. You got to keep praying. You got to ask for deliverance. You got to ask for him to open your eyes so you can see, because you have to be enough, because everything from you starts with you. You're going to reap the harvest that you plant. So if you're not planting good seeds in you, you're not going to reap good harvest on the outside. And if you do, you're going to lose it. You're going to lose it, because everything that comes to you comes from God. But if you don't do the work required, you're going to lose it. You're going to lose it, and it starts with you. So that's why, pray, meditate, listen, hear, cry out if you have to. Work out because it's necessary. That's you. That's for you. And then go forth and do. That's where I'm at. I'm at the go forth and do. I did have something to drink. Go forth and do. Because like I had heard Joyce Meyer. I think the pastor. But I don't get caught up in labels, but I know it's important to certain people. So she said that what she say this morning? Crap, it just left me. What she say? Anyway, I forgot, man. It'll come back to me. But anyway, you have to. Oh, she was saying, like, God is going to guide you, but what he puts in you, you have to do it. Like, he gives us all these things for us to be able to do what's required, but we have to go to work. We have to, and that's where I'm at. Like, I think some days, especially more now than ever, I get frustrated with distractions that used to hold me hostage. Like, because of my ignorance, I would sit there and I would know I need to not be watching TV right now. I could be in there. I need to be doing X, Y, Z, and I'll still sit there and watch it. So, nothing will get done, and then I'll be mad because I haven't planted any seeds. I'm the farmer out there, like, oh, well, why don't I see anything harvesting? Like, what's going on here? But ain't planting nothing. So I'm like at this place now where I am so mindful of my time and where my energy is going. So even though I know, like, TV is a distraction and I use it as a means to escape, I won't allow myself to watch certain types of shows. And then I'm being mindful, like, to put myself on a limit. So all day long, I don't feel the need to watch a show. But then once the nighttime starts to hit and everything starts to wind down, especially after I work out, and I know I did do that for me that day, I'm like, And then my son, he's like, well, Mom, I want to watch something with you. I'm like, okay, then that's the out. But like, now I have to be mindful. Like, I have plans, I have goals, and I have a mission. That's another thing. You got to know you got a mission. So if you know your mission is on a timetable, or if your mission is XYZ before your time is up on this earth, you have to be honest, and you have to be committed, and you have to be relentless. That's my message to you today, is that commitment, relentless, and you have to be honest. You have to be honest. Like, it starts with your honesty, it starts with your commitment, and it starts with you being relentless, and nothing will come against that. God is going to make sure he sees you through it. Obstacles is to come to make us strong. Pressure bust pipes and them pipes pour over, and that's where we need to be, in that spillover. So we have so much of us out there that even if we're in our resting place, that we're still impacting, we're still transforming, we're still giving. You know, I think that's the power. That's the power of love. It's like, even though things aren't what you desire them to be, in spite of all of that, love is still transcending. Love is still the message. Love is still being felt, you know. So I pray that that's going to give you some sort of peace today, and some tranquility to get some things done. All right, talk to y'all later.